My voice just cracked in a weird way. Anyways, we are back. We are currently waiting on my game to patch because I totally forgot about that part before I went live. There was just a small update maintenance last night, and I have to repatch my game. Oops. Anyways, where have I been? Honestly, just fucking burnt out. I tried to shift around my streaming schedule with my new work schedule, and I was doing it after work, and I was just getting tired, and then I tried to also pick up an exercise routine and add that onto things, and it ended up just being a lot. I tired myself out hardcore. Uh, I don't know if I'm fully recovered yet. I honestly don't think I am. But that being said, I had 2 days off with absolutely nothing to do. I do want to start streaming again on Mondays. Um, and honestly, it's just a good excuse to get back into 14. I haven't been playing a ton of 14 as of late. I haven't been playing, I've been just jumping around to various games at various times. I haven't really been able to focus on one thing, but I was talking about other Final Fantasy games with some friends and realized I need to finish this one, get back to playing those ones and doing everything, so I figured what better time to jump back in. I'll probably try not to push myself too hard and really be willing to make compromises when needed, but still, it's fun to be back, and what better timing? I didn't plan to be back when the new mount for supporting a Twitch streamer came out, but that just happened to be how it ended up being, so I'm not gonna be mad. It is convenient. Anyways, with that, my game's patched and ready to go. So let me switch over some sound. Let's turn off the Spotify music and turn on my desktop audio. And we will jump right in. Is it streaming the right screen? Nope, doesn't look like it. Give me 1 second. It's been a while. I have not. It says it should be. Come on. That's overlay. How about the game? This one. What if I do that? Alright, that works. There we are! No, I don't actually want to. I may have also made another character on the server. But that's not who we're playing on today. We're going on Aelan. We're gonna go on that adventure. There's actually a queue to log in on a Dynamis server? That is shocking. You never have to wait to log in here. It's like the same size queues as to get onto Brynhildr. Not that Brynhildr is a busy server, but it's fucking busier than this. I logged off at the Gakbot boards. Got it. I haven't done Gakbot in a few weeks on Aelan either. We'll go pick that up to start and then jump into the story. Ah yes, baby run. Now, will I remember to pick these up next week? Who knows? But, we'll get them just in case. Off to Korthos we go. I forgot we've already met Hirschbond. That's fun. Too bad I can't fly yet. I have fought that rock so many times in my life playing this game. Did a lot of farming in this area on my main. I fought the rock and then the Cyclops guy that spawned around here. Fought him a lot too. The Eyes Have It, I think is the name of the fate. I don't know. Oh yeah, and if you hang around and chat long enough, I may even gift out a tier 3 subscription. I also want to mount, and I am allowed to gift it out on my own channel. I tried it last time. It's pretty great. What's the class I should be on? Where's my levels at? 40, 41, 44. So yes, Paladin is where not on Paladin. I'm Dark Dead Black Mage, that one. There we go. You needn't tremble so, my child. The righteous shall enjoy everlasting peace in Hallone's halls. Only the wicked. But why? Why must I die? By all that is holy, I swear to you, I've never questioned the teachings of Hallone. Inquisitor, release the maid, and come with us. My lord Drillamont, what is the meaning of this interruption? You are aware that I am, at present, conducting an interrogation, are you not? Silence, villain! In the name of the heretic, murderer of Inquisitor Guillaume, and countless innocents. You are a traitor to Ishgard. You, to your own kith and kin, your sins are beyond measure, beyond redemption. Grave allegations indeed. But you will find your logic is flawed. I betray which I owe no allegiance. No, Drillamont. My conscience is quite clear, I assure you. I wonder, can you say the same? You, whose hands are black with the blood of those who only sin was to question your nature's crazed crusade? You speak to me of Ishgardian innocence? Ha! You're all complicit in these crimes. For all lives their for all live their lives by the Archbishop's lies. But I know you will not hear me, defending my dogma as you are. If you desire retribution, Lord Drillamont, then come. Let us see how Ishgardian steel fares against Trevanian fangs and claw. How wrong you are, Ishgardians. The blessed power of something. I don't know. Brothers grant me strength to smite our enemies. Training stands before you and you do not flee. I love how that ability is just called collapse and it just falls to the ground and hits what's in front of it. I don't know why I keep trying to get behind this thing. I'm the tank! It's not my job to get behind it. Dude, incomplete. My glamour's dispelled. The plans lie in ruin, heretic. Choose your words wisely, for they'll be your last. You may not recall the many Ishgardians I've been sentenced, but the families of the dead will never forget. Blood has been repaid with blood, and for that I'm content. My only regret is you yet live. But your end is nigh, foreigner. The dragon, within the stone vigil, will rend you asunder. And when you are dead, Whitebrim Front shall fall. And then he just dies. Very unceremoniously. Defiant to the last. Leave the body for the crows. His ilk deserved not better. Aelin, I must apologize for involving you in this sordid business. You should never have been asked to intervene in Ishgardian affairs of state. Rest assured, I have not forgotten the matter which first brought you into our midst. It's past time you were reunited with your airship. It is not the place to discuss such matters. Pray visit me at Whitebrim Front, and bring your associates. You know, I don't care how much of an asshole he is. I don't really like the fact that we're just like, let's kill this guy and leave his body in this gully here. Fuck him. Like, at least dispose of the body properly. Come on, guys. Look at this happy puppy. Have you been, Aelin? The false inquisitor has been slain, has he? Yes, well, his was a tale always ends in bloodshed. Though you have overcome the latest in a long line of unfortunate impediments, I would ask you not to reveal a revel in your victory just yet. We can celebrate once we have secured the Enterprise. As I'm sure you will agree, it is past time we enter the Stone Vigil. Pay Lord Drillmont a visit, and remind him of his obligation to us. Sid and I will follow anon. Casually taking Titania up the steps. Twin Tanya. That one. We owe you a great debt of gratitude. Had it not been for you, the heretic masquerading as the Inquisitor Guilliman would still be among us, free to prey upon our innocence. I see now that I was a fool to dismiss your claims out of hand, but you must understand, it seemed too much to hope that the science of the Seventh Dawn still lived. To say nothing of Master Garland. Never have I been happier to be proven wrong. Well, it was gratifying to us that someone has derived the measure of enjoyment from your error. Now, if you have no further objections, we'd appreciate it if you would permit us to enter Stone Vigil and retrieve our airship. Yes, of course! It is the very least I can do, given all you have done for us. But entering the outpost is the least of your concerns, I fear. Speak of the Dervanians that now hold the rune. In part, yes. Should explain. Shortly after you first arrived, my men scoured the old records. They confirmed that an abandoned airship had been seized by the soldiers garrisoned at Stone Vigil in the days following the calamity. As far as we have been able to ascertain, it was still in their custody when the outpost was overrun by dragons. Whether it was damaged or destroyed during the battle, I cannot say, nor can I give you any assurance that it has not been removed in the intervening years. For far too long, the ruins had served as Dravanian foothold in Korthus, from which they have struck out at us with depressing regularity. Though we have pushed them back behind the walls, we have yet been able to drive them out, and I cannot say when the situation will change. Or how it will change. Forgive me, Lord Drillamont, but there is no guarantee that you'll prevail. In any event, we have not the time to wait. We will secure our property without Ishgardian aid. I see. Well, that may be for the best. I will inform Sir Nathalion of your impending visit. May Halone guide you, Scions. Alright, off to the Stone Vigil we go. Korthus at night is pretty. Just look at Ishgard glowing against the night sky. That is one hell of a city to live in, though. Like, look at it. It is just one massive castle tower that people just live in. It is a sight to behold, but to think that is actually a city. Hanging off the edge of a cliff that, is just towers and spires. And that's what makes up, not the castle, the entirety of the fucking city. It'd be kind of terrifying to live there. I hope no one who lives there is afraid of heights. That would suck. Hail, Aelin, Lord Drillamont has appraised me of the situation. You may enter the Stone Vigil whenever you will. Hell yeah, Stone Vigil is now accessible. Oh, I'm not high enough level to go in. Okay. I will do it on Ninja then. And if you guys are wondering if these blank spaces from removed abilities are on my bar on my main account, yes they are. I just don't remove them. But why? I don't know. Don't ask me. It's just a thing I do. These guys don't have their drop stones yet. They should have got them 11 levels ago. Come on, guys. Get on it. Get your drop stones. Level 41, you can get that shit at level 30. Okay, that's the way forward. That room I've checked. Got it. Need to make sure I get the map right. Hopefully next stream, on top of everything and actually being able to stream, I will have all sorts of stories to surprise you guys with, because this weekend I am heading over to the mainland and going to Anime Revolution. I'm actually going to cosplay at least one of the days, so that will be fun. I didn't cosplay last year, and I think this year, because I only went for one day last year, I didn't cosplay. This year I'm going for all 3 days. I think the first day is going to be less of a cosplay and more, just like a vibe. My, friend gave me these cute little earrings. They're not really earrings, they don't sit on my... I don't have holes that, they would sit on. But they're little elf ear things, and I have a cloak and stuff, so I think I'll just go with generic elf vibe day one, because I also have to get over to the mainland and do all that, and then I don't know if I will go all the way to my brother's to drop my bag off, or if I will find a place to lock it up there. All that sort of stuff. So I don't want to add, like, full cosplay and all that. But I can do something to vibe. Then day 2 will be full cosplay, and then day 3 we'll see what the vibe is. I could just bring an old cosplay for day 3. I have to remember I should actually be opening up chests here because I need shit. My item level's like 27. Actually impressive at how muscle memory my jutsus are. All that just for stealing. Alright. I like to imagine these Dravanian outflyers are just normal outflyers that just exist in the area and took up house here, but because there's like a few dragons in the area, they blame even the local pests on the Dravanians. Just realized something. Give me like 2 seconds. In a couple of my chats, they used to have like an auto like say I'm streaming, and I just realized it doesn't do that anymore. I know why it doesn't do that anymore. That is fine, but I should probably actually like go post that I'm streaming. For anyone who might have been waiting to join and just have absolutely no clue. Which is reasonable. Alright, there we go. Back to what we're doing. We open up OBS again. There we go. You know, I love how the Ishgardians are like, you know that place? There's dragons in there. And our response was, you know what? We'll deal with those ourselves. Don't worry about it. We got this. And just marched in there as a team of 4 without the, like, army that would have been caught up in the politics of Ishgard.
Hey! What just happened?
Thank you, Caesar, for gifting those subs. Hope you enjoy your rainbow unicorn. I know, right? Apparently the Scions. They're just losers over here. I mean, they could have got jobs at 11 levels ago. What are they doing? Battle feels like it's going so slow. Okay, there we go. Go! How many Scions are actually in here? Like, obviously. Oh, that's unfortunate. You can't get your rainbow unicorn quite yet. Seems like poor planning. Like, you'd think if they, did this whole, get sub and get, this mount, you would think they would, at least, like, have the page ready for it to be redeemed the day they launch it. In fact, they don't. It sounds like poor planning on their part. In my opinion, on their part. Those are the words. Look at the Enterprise. Yes, just beyond the enormous sleeping dragon. Not a problem, right? The dragon is not our concern. We've come for the airship and only the airship. Sid, you and I will sneak aboard the Enterprise and prepare for launch. Aelin, you stay here and keep an eye on the beast. If it wakes, we may need you to provide distraction until we're ready to depart. You can manage that, can't you? That settles it then, shall we, Sid? As you command. Sid's over here like, I'm not buying it. This seems like a foolhardy plan. So you slayed Garuda next. Interesting, most interesting. And you are aware that her strength greatly exceeds that of your previous primal conquests? A testament to the fantastical devotion of her followers. The Ixal are nothing if not zealous. In spite of your past achievements, I labor to believe that you will best this foe. Yet only a fool would underestimate the great bringer of light, slayer of Ifrit, bane of Titan. If any mortal is capable of defeating the Lady of Vortex, it is you. Win or lose, the battle should at least make for an entertaining spectacle. Assuming, of course, you live that long. Alphinaud, the dragon! He found it all. You know, La Habrea, you might get further if you just face me yourself. Let us see how well your blasphemous gifts serve you this time, Crystal Bearer. Congratulations! Enjoy the gay unicorn. bad I couldn't bring a mountain here. I have a dragon of my own that I could face you off with. Back. There's a gray scroll bar at the bottom of my chat window. I keep looking at it thinking that it is like a spoiler bar. Yeah, the healer was shockingly good for NPC Conjurer. They were like on that Asuna. Frankly, from where I sit, that dragon didn't deserve to die. He was just napping, and then La Habrea pulled his bullshit. Like, let the man just nap. He didn't do anything wrong. Aelin, are you alright? Speak to me. Well, be praised, I feared the beast had injured you. I see now why the others rated you so highly. When you were caught in the midst of an etheric bubble with the dragon, I was all but certain my next mission would be to find a new champion. Thank the gods for sparing me that inconvenience. I have quite enough to already. Which reminds me, Sid is working on the Enterprise as we speak. Let us go and see what he has to say. Jeez, Alphinaud. That was a little insensitive. What say you, Sid? Will she fly? Yes. Not, though it will not be a pleasant flight. Well, I dare say it will be no more unpleasant than staying here. 'Tis a pity the Enterprise is not in better shape. If she will allow us to quit this place, I shall not complain. If you are all in agreement, let us return to Gridania. Though I would like nothing more than to set course for the Howling Eye. In the plain, the Enterprise is in no condition to weather the storm. She must needs be repaired if we're to proceed with our mission. This has been a whole wild-ass mission to go fight Garuda. Track down Sid, who has been hiding out. Get him here, get the Ishgardians' permission to then go in, get a airship, but to do that you have to stop a whole ass, like, conspiracy with a, cop that turned out to be corrupt, and then fight your way through dragons to get the ship to then finally go back and fight Garuda. It is also familiar. I know this airship. If I could just... Bah, it's no use. Let's go. I have longed for a more agreeable climate than the more agreeable climate of the Twelves would. Yet I will not deny the Holy See has its charms. Endless detours aside, our Guardian jaunt proved quite an adventure. Alas, our work is far from done. We still have an airship to repair and a primal to slay. No rest for the hero, okay? It calms me to look at her. It's as though I've been reunited with a part of me I never knew was missing. Hardly surprising. You did design and build her. I bear good news. The Seat-Seer has granted our request to house the Enterprise. May take as long as we require to repair her. Of course, it'd be rank folly to take a moment more than required. Garuda, lest we forget, grows stronger by the hour. If we are to have any hope of wresting this benign realm from her talons, it must needs be soon. Though I'm no expert in the workings of airships, it seems plain to me that the Enterprise suffers much from her time in the wilderness. Am I not correct, Sid? You are. Frankly, it's a miracle she carried us this far. As you know, the Howling Eye is encircled by a raging tempest, apt to turn the proudest trees into matchwood. The battle will end before it begins if the Enterprise cannot weather the storm. Given time, I believe I can fully repair her. But the Tempest is as fearsome as you say. Even that may not be enough. Confound it, there must be a way to brave the fury of the elements. The elements, but of course, that's it. We work upon the elements itself. Using the power of the corrupted crystals, we could clear a path through the storm and spare the Enterprise the battering. I see. You propose to utilize the properties of the crystals to alter the elemental aspects of the barrier. It seems so childishly simple in retrospect. Though mayhap not to you, Aelin. We speak of the manifestation of over-aspected aether that can be found throughout Eorzea. Since the calamity disrupted the land's etheric currents, such crystals have become comprehensively commonplace, which has caused for great woe, as they are known to warp etheric energies, including those of living organisms. The point is, we could theoretically use the corrupted crystals to convert the wind aspected aether comprising Garuda's barrier into aether of another aspect, one she cannot control. Whether the modifications to the Enterprise could be able to deliver us to the Howling Eye in comfort, however, hard Garuda. With certain modifications, the Enterprise should be able to deliver us to the Howling Eye in comfort. However hard Garuda blows. There we go. There's the words. That was difficult for me to say, for whatever reason. But we are getting ahead of ourselves. All this rests upon our ability to procure a crystal with the necessary properties. Do you have any idea where one might be, one might acquire one? No, but I know a man who might. A scholar by the name of Lambertient, who resides in Camp Drybone. Strange as it may sound, I met him during my time at the church. Well, Marcus met him, I suppose. Rather, out of pity or for want of more willing listeners, he talked to me for hours at a time about his etheric studies, corrupted crystals being his pet subject. It was as a result of these conversations that poor Marcus was observed to possess an uncommon knack for theoretical science. Aelin, I need you to return to Thanlin and seek out the scholar. Sid and I will set about repairing the Enterprise in your absence. This guy would talk at me and I could talk back to him, and suddenly they realized I was a scientist in another life. Essentially what that comes down to. No one else would listen to the bullshit, so he had to. Everyone else, thank God that we have Marcus to deal with this guy. Well, yes, I'm Professor Lambertient. Beg pardon? Wish to hear about my research on crafted crystals? Truly? Well, nothing would give me a greater pleasure than to discuss my work with a fellow woman of science. You have too high hopes for me. I see. We had, friends that we did not want to deal with, I see. Keep forgetting I can't fly yet. Rather unfortunate that my paladin's one level too low to like be able to do quests at the same pace as everyone or my other two classes. I don't think this will get me anywhere near, really no good reason for me to do these fakes. I should just switch back to ninja. That did almost nothing. Alright. I just jump off the cliff here. Now I have to go around properly. Darn, I tried to cheat it. How many times must I, be made to explain myself? I'm not contemplating suicide, you imbecile. I have chosen this precise position to perform its scientific measurements. What have we here? A containment vessel? Why, is this the handiwork of Professor Lambertian? You thieving knave! I shall call thee. Oh, you say the man himself lent it to you? Then you must have sought me out per his instructions, which means he believes me experienced enough to expound upon his explanations. At last, the recognition I so rightfully deserve. Wild. That was a wild ass respawn. Oh, just stay. Calhoun! Calais! That I should be chosen to guide this woman. Yes, I, Hahasako, greatest of Professor Lambertian's pupils, shall see that you successfully quarry your quarry. Their timing is impeccable. In fact, for I was just preparing to procure corrupted crystals from the burning walls of my personal research. There's the devastating destruction caused by the calamity has blessed us with a bountiful supply of specimens. But something tells me that not but a perfect piece will satisfy your high standards, in which case you must need to descend the deepest depths amidst the flowing water of the murderous Mirror-Nights lies the most fantastic formation I have found thus far. Oh, they are testing my reading skills tonight. Take this highly advanced researcher's tool and use it to separate a small fragment from the large cluster. Place it within the worded pod and bear it back to me for inspection. The path which leads from Burgundy Falls to the base of the burning wall is treacherous and terrifying. Advance with appropriate caution and you shall surely survive. It definitely has not been the worst reading job I have done. But the more I said it, the more I'm like, am I saying my words clearly enough? But fuck it. You guys can deal. You understand me well enough. Just jump down there. It was worth a try. This isn't a mistake, but we'll see. I don't think anyone else is on left. There's one other person online that could potentially revive me if all goes awry, but no. I don't have any greens for the Chocobo. Alright, back to Eldago. Because my paladin's a level too low to do the quests. So I'm trying to just like squeeze in leveling my paladin bits and pieces here and there. You know, it's all there. Gosh, alright, that sucks. Anyone else here who might? Probably not. I could, but then that's taking away from doing story. Aelin, you dumb motherfucker, you can't have everything. I know what that look is. Okay, stop running into walls. Time to go back to what I was doing. Definitely just turned on auto run while sending a text message and just kind of ran off the side of the cliff into the water. Why is this fucking mount so short? Yeah, I don't like this mount very much. Like, it looks like the nine-tailed fox mount, except for just really short, and I hate it. It's so stubby. Why? Why did they make him like this? Come on. Your fate expires in 25 seconds. Just let me collect my crystal this time. Yeah, no duh, fate failed. Got back with only a few seconds left. Didn't even want to fight it. Oh, have to collect the crystal. Try that again. There we go. I love line of sight enemies. Cause like, I was essentially just scraping his back in a big mecha robot. And it had no idea I was there despite being aggroing variety of enemy. My favorite thing is, even though I can't fly here, I can still do combat maneuvers. Like, it's so stupid, but it's funny. You've come galumping back, have you? Have you the crystals then? What a prodigiously large and lovely crystal! Professor Lambertient will doubtless chortle with joy when you present him in person. Oh, and upon your return, do remember to recount how I helped you with your harvesting. Chortle. Who uses the term chortle anymore? Don't mind me. My keen scholar senses tell me that you have obtained corrupt crystals, am I right? If you grant me a moment to examine the crystals. It is as you desire. The corrupt crystals overflowing with the wind-aspected aether. Remind me, for what purpose do you intend to use this crystal again? What? To breach the barrier comprised of wind-aspected aether? Oh dear, that may prove problematic, as the crystal would only serve to strengthen the barrier. Suppose I am at fault for not inquiring as to your objective. From the start, had I known your intent, I would have never sent you to Hasako. What is science if not trial and error? You can, and can you truly say that this is a failure? Has taught you nothing? Think, woman. Now understand the methods necessary to safely collect corrupted crystals. You will doubtless have no difficulty doing so once more. What's more, the crystal you collected can serve as an invaluable resource for ethereal studies conducted by the students of the Baldesion. You've heard of them? Well, I don't mean to boast, but I have a professional relationship with the organization. Not as equals, of course. I would never be so bold to claim that level of expertise. Are you alright? You seem to have glazed over for a moment. Anyways, I shan't keep you from your task. You still have corrupted crystals to find. I see. It is time to go to Pharaoh Sirius. Hey, corrupted crystals. Madame, I have no interest in being the butt of your jokes, so if you have no other reason for addressing me, kindly leave me be. No, if I be damned, Professor Lambertian did send you. Beg your pardon, it seems we got off on the wrong foot. I am, Sienna, greatest of Professor's pupils, which is doubtless why he bid you seek me out. Indeed, I'm an accomplished scholar with extensive background in... Oh God, just listen to me prattle on and on. I must have given this introduction a dozen times by now. As I told the professor in my many missives, I believe the area surrounding Pharaoh Sirius is resplendent with corrupt crystals of exceptional strength. Unfortunately, I've yet to test my hypothesis, as all access to the Isle of Umbra is prohibited at present. For reasons unknown to me. You see, my attempts to acquire this information are often met with annoyance and disdain. It's rather puzzling, since I always take the time to explain my motives in great detail to the subjects of my questioning. Mayhaps you will have better luck wrestling information from these yellow jackets. I've all but given up at this point. Look at that rainbow unicorn. So majestic. Yeah, I thought I was being clever. I just run past it without seeing them? Ah. Hey, you startled me. Don't you know better than to sneak up on a person at a time like this? What's all this fatuous gossip of spirits inspectors haunting the Isle of Umbra? Just because I know it's nonsense doesn't make it any less frightening. You're keen on traveling to the Isles of Umbra? Bloody zells, lass. Are you drunk or just crazy? Ain't nothing there but death, death, and more death. The Isle of Umbra? What interests have you in the godforsaken place? Ever since we were forced to abandon Pharaoh Sirius, the island has become not more than a graveyard for ships unable to navigate the shores, and a purgatory for souls dragged down to the depths with them. In short, the island's haunted. And these poor sods are too terrified to do anything about it. Hailing, you've returned. Tell me of your findings. Really? Infested with the undead, you say? That is a very, very interesting development. Excuse me for a moment while I gather my thoughts. Worry not, my friend. I have given your founding some thought, and I've concluded that the Sakis spirits is not more than a local folklore. As for why all travel to the island of Umbra is restricted, well, mayhaps it's considered too dangerous owing to the abandonment of Pharaoh Sirius. Yes, well, anyways, while you were questioning those yellow jackets, I paid a visit to the local pub. Since even the esteemed scholar like myself enjoys dulling her wits on occasion, it was there that I heard tell of a man named Skyfrin who was recently detained after returning from the Isle of Umbra. This is the first I've heard of someone actually traveling to and from there, so my curiosity, as of how he obtained permission, mind having a chat with him in my stead. He was arrested after all, so I'm somewhat reticent to approach him myself. He was arrested. I don't want to go, so you go talk to the arrested guy. Some wild logic. I'm back. I have to go back. She calls to me, sings to me. Nog, tell me to Midoa, I'm sorry. Give him this. He was right. Or could you release me? Yes, release me. I'll go and tell her. Let me go to her. What did Skyfrin have to say? That's not terribly helpful. Couldn't care much less how much he misses his favorite bar wench. Oh, what's that about a man named Midoa? Wait, I know that name. There's a bastard who grabbed my arse the other day in the pub. Well, if you want to give him that feather, be my guest. I'm not going anywhere near him and his wandering hands. Another another Nate, are ye? No. Then what are ye? Speak up, miss. I can't hear ye. Eh? Bugger me. Is that what I think it is? Nah, it couldn't be. You found this, you say? Where did you say you found it? Skyfriend, you say? I was hoping to have a word with the lad, but it sounds like there's not left twixt his ears. He was supposed to help me patch up Ferroceres, he was. Company sent me to supervise the lot of them. Weren't getting work done on their own, see? Half of them walked off, half of them ran off, the other half of them up and vanished. So that, you be looking for passage to the Isle of Umbra? Why did you say so? Why didn't you say so? I've been thinking of dispatching someone today to look on my behalf of old Modoa. Tell him how the land lies. Ain't no one been interested till you came a-calling. Whole port's up in arms about the spirits and so forth. If I had the gill, I'd hire some sellswords and let them sort it out. But you'll do in a pinch, eh? You will? Now this parchment to the skipper and he'll see you there and back. You went to had a word with Modoa. I hope the valuable time you saw fit to waste amounted to something. You mean that disgusting creature was Skyfriend's superior? I find that hard to believe. The Rithja passage does appear to be genuine, so it must be true. I must say, it's a relief to work with such a industrious woman as you. I look forward to hearing of the discoveries you make on the Isle of Umbra without me. Fine, fine. Fail to see the justification for dragging me along in your journey, but if you insist, I will go as well. The 12 is my witness. If you leave me behind to be devoured by some horrid abomination, I shall come back to haunt you. Ah, take me to the Isle of Umbra, she bids. As if it was as simple as, oh, I see you've got a writ of passage. Alright then, climb board. It's like, hell no. Fine. This doesn't seem all that bad. I'm not saying I'd like to build a summer home here, but what the hell's with this? Here, take your pot and go on without me. You've harvested crop crystals before, right? So it isn't as though you require my assistance. Speak to the man guarding the gate. I'm sure he'll let you in. Now, if you please excuse me. Coward. I beg your pardon, ma'am. How did you come here? To access this island? Access to this island is currently restricted. An old pot. I'm not sure I felt. Oh, I see. You wish to harvest corrupted crystals. Sorry, friend, but you may have to return empty-handed. On the right, Master Doa gave you may grant you access to the island, but only authorized personnel may proceed past this point. Why, you ask? Look up and see for yourself. When a giant mass of crystal struck the lighthouse, it caused several severe damage to both the structure and machinery within that once powered its beacon. Aye, contrary to what small folks would have you believe, the fires of Ferroceres produced were not the product of mage thaumaturgy or colossal arcane bomb, but an elaborate contraption fueled by etherical energy. Repairs are still ongoing, but there's any guess to when they will be complete. What's worse, all the work has ceased since rumors of The Walking Dead drove off our entire crew. Not that those rumors are incorrect. I've observed the fields from a distance. The ship graveyard to the south. What draws them to our shores is still a mystery, though. I'll make you a deal, Aelin. Help me unravel the mystery, and I'll bring you to your corrupted crystal. In fact, I shall begin searching for one that satisfies your requirements. As for where to begin your inquiries into the situation, it so happens that a party of 3 adventurers came ashore not long ago seeking to scavenge valuable trinkets at the ship graveyard. I'd be surprised if they knew nothing of the undead infestation, so it might be behooving you to question them. Alright. I am going to just take a moment to grab a drink. I'll be right back. Alright, who's ready to go explore the Isle of Umbra? Oh, hey, look, there's Mud and Ed. Sure, this will be a great time. No issues will arise through this. None at all. You know what? Sure. Guess we see, where the undead are. I don't even get to talk to the guys and I'm dealing with the undead. So, normally Tuesday nights I have D&D, right? So I'm just sitting here going, yeah, it's fine. Like, we postponed until Thursday. That's all well and good. But knowing that you usually have D&D at this time, I'm just sitting here thinking, you know, last session, I got skewered like the way Sephiroth skewered Cloud, and then uses a fucking meat shield. That was wild. I went down twice. It wasn't a good time. But, I've never had a character be, fucking skewered like that. And suspended on the tip of a sword for an extended amount of time. There's a reason that, one of our characters has another one pushed up against the wall, threatening to beat his ass in for answers. That was one hell of a fight. Yeah, my character almost died. It was certainly a close one. And then Umiko got pissed, and is still pissed, but not in the same way. Now you have to wait till Thursday to get answers about why the guy who skewered me like a kebab looks the same as the guy who hired us. Still there for the taking. 5 bleeding years worth of wreckage and their cargo. But those queer dead things and that voice. Actually, the voice is quite nice. You saw them too, right? Dead people. Just shambling out. without a care in the world, except when they do seem to care, that is, the starting shuffling towards the water. Oh, it's the voice, that single fleeting verse. I can still hear it. Stay clear of the southern shore, friend. It took every ounce of my strength to resist. This talk of an alluring voice is disturbingly familiar. As if, but that's impossible. They're all dead, aren't they? But if they have returned, that would mean... Oh, beg your pardon, I was just thinking about something. Which reminds me, I received word from Master Mimidoa would be arriving any moment. Apparently he grew frustrated waiting for the sweet young lass with the skin as soft as phoenix down to return, which I assume is you. I don't know what sort of arrangement you had, but you should probably go and explain yourself. Can keep me it's a knit tonight. I ain't getting any younger, you know. Some honey voiced harlot's been calling out folks, what wander near the ship graveyard and stirring up the dead and all. Bloody hells! This takes me back to the days of cannon boys sailing under old Mistbeard. But they wouldn't dare, would they? Not after the lesson we learned them last time. Bah! The bloody wood. Bah, they bloody would. Wouldn't they? Brazen old biddies. Some folks say they're, some folks say as the first purge would be the last. But I knew deep down in me bones, this day would come, and come it has. I bet me bum ears sirens behind all this. Nay, not one of those Sahagin varieties. Speaking of the other kind of them, what's got feathers and lure a sailor to a watery grave, with their sweet, sweet song. Oh, but it doesn't end there. No, drowning just, the start. See, even the death of a man, even in death, a man stays bound to the beasts, forced to do their bidding, and his corpse can't do it no more. 'Tis a fate I would wish on me worst enemies, except maybe a drink it, and I'd regret it afterwards. Any roads. 'Tis up to us to stop the hellborn hussy before she takes another soul. Of course, we can't send you marching off to the war without these. Sirens don't have no power over men that can't hear her song. 'Tis lucky for you I carry a spare pair of lucky, for both of us I'm superstitious, old sod, eh? Well, she ain't coming to us, so we best head over to her. The ship graveyard in it. I have this far enough in the corner, I'm safe. Well, that's convenient. What am I taking for? Copperbell Mines, I see. I was really hoping it'd be like Ifrit. Pull the lever. This healer was watching cutscenes, so I don't know if it's the smartest idea to have wall-to-wall pull on her. I'll go a little further on this time. I'll just go to here. You know, arm's length is mitigation. Do like half pulls. I'm not doing single areas at a time, but I'm also not doing everything. they're doing pretty good. Like, really haven't done this much since the changes to Copperbell Mine. Have a full party here, everyone's good, everyone's happy. I keep wanting to hit more buttons than I have to hit. This fight was so much more complicated before. I'm like racking my brain trying to remember the mechanics, but there really aren't mechanics anymore. before you essentially had to bring it to spots to blow it up to be able to actually do any damage to it. I think the Viera and healer probably, the Dragoon and healer probably queued in together, and I love seeing the Viera Dragoon like try to help the newbie. There you go, Dragoon. Alright. Time to continue doing what I'm supposed to, but now at a level that I can, before we head into that, I am going to do the thing. Is it I have to gift 3 tier 1 subs? Something like that? So, we will go ahead and... I think I have to go over to Twitch. I can manage my sub. Purchase 3 subs or gift subs and get the unicorn. Okay, and, here we go. Custom number. Gift 3 subs.
Hey! What just happened?
What just happened? I just happened. Okay, got my code. Now we get to continue. Is that cheating a little bit? Kinda. But, whatever. Here I am. Campfire. Alien Fireheart gifted 3 subs to Alien Fireheart's community. Who would have thunk it? Beginning to wonder if some fly bugger ain't spun us a yarn here. Why, they hear that? 'Tis her. Look out over the water. She's coming in it. She's coming. Quick, shove them plugs in your ears and get ready to fight. Soon as she realizes you're deaf to her abilities, she'll call on her thralls, and we'll be up to our necks in corpses before you know it. Hey there, embrace my everything. Oh. True love spurned, her cruelty reward. Cast their callous souls the dead to desire. From mournful mistress, duress. Why? Melody, last breath of death, the rhythm. Dost thou not relent, regret forever alone? My love, a river, one look, soul shiver. First some reason I didn't read Charmed Captain at first. I read Charmed Capitalist. No more. Dark eclipse the heart. Alright. I'm better than that. Happy as a sailor in a whorehouse I am. Of course I'd be happy as a sailor with two, hot stists if we gutted the songstress, but you can't have everything, can you? She's not coming crooning around here again. They're not for a while, any roads. And if she, does, well, we know what to do, don't we? Thanks for your help, bugging me. I've clean forgotten your name. Remind me, Aelin? Don't recall having no Nene, by that name. But if you not an old mate, whose name? Why you been so bloody helpful? Never mind. Been seeing you, lassie. Holy shit, is he hard to read for? You mean it was the siren? But how were you able to resist her song? I see. I'd heard that Master Midoa was involved in the first purge, but I never actually, Having survived an ordeal like that, I can't blame him for carrying plugs around with him. Anyways, I have something for you. The corrupt crystal you wanted. Safely sealed within the pot, just as you requested. Please take it with my compliments. Oh, it's you. Welcome back, Aelin. You're looking remarkably hale, I must say. More importantly, alive. So you're alive, aren't you? Haha. The conquered hero returns bearing a gift. Might I have a closer look? Impressive, very impressive indeed. Yes, I think you'll be quite pleased with this specimen. Congratulations, Aelin. Seldom have I ever encountered a corrupt crystal composed of such volatile overabundance of fire-aspected aether. What, you wanted a corrupted crystal composed of ice-aspected aether to counteract the effects of raging wind? Well, this specimen won't help you there. Anyone who knows anything about elements could tell you that. You just have to keep looking, I suppose. Don't fret now, I know exactly where you can find a corrupted crystal comprised of ice-aspected aether. An associate of mine in Gridania has been studying the effects of one such crystal on living beings. What's that expression? Thought you'd be pleased to hear this news. It's another a wild dodo chase, I assure you. And what's even better than this time, you needn't use a warded pot of yours to protect yourself from the crystal's energy. Hayden's findings suggest that it's quite safe. Why you ask? Well, let's just say that it has undergone a unique process that has rendered such precautions unnecessary. Anyways, do not let me keep you. This has been a pleasure, Aylin. Come back and see me sometime, alright? Alright, to Gridania. Back to where we started. Shrek 2 on DVD. Greetings and salutations, Miss Fireheart, I presume. Sienna informed me of your adventures in Aleport. Terribly sorry about the misunderstanding. Though, as Professor Lambertian is fond to say, no action taken in the name of science is ever truly wasteful. To the matter at hand, corrupted crystal possessing the properties you seek can be found in abundance at the standing courses following the calamity. Alas, there's no longer the case. Well, there is still at least one suitable crystal that remains to be found within the 12 wood. Precisely where it is at any given moment is more difficult to say. Permit me to explain. Are you familiar with Spriggans, yes? The furry ones, furry little rascals that wont to seek out ore and other stones? Well, one such creature has infamously insatiable appetite for single-handedly devouring every corrupted crystal in the 12 wood. Fortunate for you, these crystals take an eternity to digest. Presuming they can even be digested, I'm reasonably confident that there's still one residing in his guts. It's quite fascinating, really. My theory is that Giggity first consumed the corrupted crystal when, you couldn't care less about all of this, could you? To the point, then. Giggity seldom makes his presence felt unless there is a particular fine fodder to be had. Therefore, we shall require a lure, and I have precisely the sort you'll find impossible to resist. Simply place this true heart. I shall save you the story of its origins, of its unusual name for another occasion, outside the Spriggan's lair and wait for the opportune moment to pounce. As for the method of which you retrieve the crystal from his guts, I shall leave that to your discretion. Where is this? It is not far outside town. long ways to fight me, little Spriggan. Areas like this. You know, those areas where you go take like 2 steps and another guy's waiting to fight you, but all you're supposed to do is interact with an object. It gets extremely hard to interact with said object when you can't take a step without being attacked. Like that. By the time I finished fighting the 3 things that, decided they wanted to fight me, he respawned. Why does it not surprise me when I get this character to level 41, which is the quest I was on? Now the quests require level 43 to hand in. Either way, we'll go hand this in, and then we'll end here for the night. It is 8 o'clock. I think that's a good time to end. Good 3 hours of streaming. Pray do not sneak up on me like that. I was engrossed in, wait, is that... What's that god's awful smell? My word, it's breathtaking, beautiful crystal. I see. Supposition was not mistaken. Hug, and I also see you weren't averse to digging through the Spriggan's entrails for your prize. We owe our furry friend a debt of gratitude, you know? This thick coating of digestive juices is protecting us from the harmful effect of the crystal, just as a warded pot you'd once used did. Why so glum, friend? You finally obtained the corrupted crystal you sought, when overflowing with earth-aspected aether. Calm down, I jest. It is comprised of ice-aspected aether. Worry not. I suppose that joke was in poor taste, considering your previous 2 attempts were for naught. I beg your pardon, and I forgot to return your crystal to you. Oh, there was a message for you from Professor Lambertient. Something about a man named Marcus. Apparently, the professor misses the intellectual stimulation. Forgive me. Should have written it down. It occurs to me that I I've yet to ask why you needed that crystal. You aren't planning anything nefarious, are you? It would reflect poorly on me and my research if you used it for evil ends. Ah, well, perhaps it best remain ignorant. I didn't become a professor's greatest pupil by filling my head with unnecessary information. They all like to believe that they're the professor's greatest pupil, don't they? Alright, let's get to an in room and log out for the night. I think Gridania is the exact reason why I don't use Aetherites to go around, and I usually just walk places. Because, like, this entirety of New Gridania only has 2 Aetherites, and one's way out here and the other is the Aetherite Plaza. It's like everything else is in the other sections. So it's always just taught me, it's just as fast to walk there. Anyways, thank you for joining me on this stream. I will hopefully be back next Monday to stream again and start streaming a little more regularly once more. Look forward to that, and for my sporadically going live at random times because I'm a terrible streamer. I can't keep to any schedule. Either way, I appreciate you coming out to join me, and I will see you all next time. We hadn't had a quay tonight. It felt good. See you later. Bye.